Hello friends. So I'm doing another video today to do a little flower agate appreciation post. Like usual, I was doing some research and I thought, you know what, this is a lot to type out and I would rather just tell you guys about it. So yeah, I'm just going to do a short little video on flower agate. I don't know if you've noticed all of these other things around this flower agate. That's on purpose. These are actually related. I will tell you all about that in a moment. But first, flower agate was actually recently discovered in 2018 in Madagascar. Currently, it's the only place that flower agate can be found is in Madagascar. Um, so flower agate comes in on the hardness scale between 6.5 and a 7, which is pretty standard for agate. Um, These are just beautiful. Sometimes I get sort of lost. Look at these little orbs. Oh my goodness. Um, yeah, and it's called flower agate. I guess you can probably see, you can probably guess that it is called flower agate because we have this sort of blossoming or blooming effect that kind of look like flowers. Um, so, um, Flower agate can often be found sort of with these druzy sort of pockets, druzy crystals. It's definitely hanging out with quartz. They're pals, they're buddies, which again is pretty standard for agate. It's associated with the heart and the root chakras. For heart, they say it sort of brings about inner peace, empathy, and joy. And for the root, it helps you feel more calm, releases stress and anxieties. So if you work with your chakras at all, um, that's what flower agate has to offer. Now, like I said, flower agate is very, very new. So we are actually still sort of discovering things about flower agate and its properties, certainly on a metaphysical level. Um, and they say that flower agate is sort of about self-growth. It builds confidence, helps you pursue your dreams, reach your goals. It fosters empathy, promotes spirituality, um, spontaneity, joy, but also is a stone of calmness, comfort, and grounding. I like that we're still discovering sort of what it's all about because I am the type of person who really goes by feel. Um, I certainly look online for the accepted metaphysical meanings of these stones and crystals for you guys. I am just as fascinated. I'm enjoying learning. Um, but I definitely have my own feelings about what each of these sort of mean, and I think that that's okay too. For me, flower agate has sort of a grandmother energy, a very soft, nurturing grandmother energy. Um, so I agree sort of with the calming, comforting vibes. There's definitely a feeling of sort of safe, secure, and held. Um, that's what I'm picking up from flower agate. I really like it. I really like it. So really quickly here, the flowers that we're looking at here in flower agate, those are actually sort of opaque um, or semi-opaque chalcedony blooms within this agate itself. When we say agate, we often think of this banding. The banding in this flower agate is absolutely beautiful. Sitting in the sun, this would be quite the piece. But as you can see, you know, not all pieces of flower agate are really going to show those classic agate bands. And that's because agate itself is a form of chalcedony. So that's really chalcedony on chalcedony, isn't it? It's sort of a translucent chalcedony, this agate, and then an opaque chalcedony, the flower. And that's where all of these other crystals come in. Everything that you're seeing here is all a form of chalcedony. So believe it or not, agate, so we just talked about that. This is a piece of blue lace agate, absolutely gorgeous. Look at that botryoidal. This is a form of chalcedony. Carnelian. carnelian is sort of an agate. You see carnelian a lot with banding in it. So you would say carnelian agate, but carnelian is a form of chalcedony, and so is sardonyx. Sardonyx is a form of chalcedony. Now, I'm sure that we see a lot of rainbow banded onyx on the market, and I just want to note something interesting is that that is actually not true onyx. So that is not chalcedony. In most cases, it's a banded calcite, and in some cases, it's a aragonite. But very often we get banded calcite being labeled as rainbow onyx, which is okay. That's okay. It's just not a form of chalcedony. Yeah, and surprisingly enough, oh, here we have moss agate. So moss agate really isn't an agate. Agate is really talking about bandings. Moss agate is chalcedony with sort of inclusions. I guess sort of a different version of this, right? But yes, surprisingly, this stuff, jaspers, are a form of chalcedony. Jasper is an opaque form of chalcedony, and you often see jaspers living with, this is not jasper, this is amazonite, but you often see jaspers hanging out with agate and with quartz and with all of this sort of lovely stuff. This, for example, is mookaite jasper. All those colors. But yeah, that's all chalcedony, an opaque form of chalcedony, which I find just fascinating to think that everything that you're seeing here is all a form of the same mineral, just manifested differently. Even this guy, whom I love. Anyway, thanks for coming and listening to me talk about rocks and geek about rocks. I really appreciate you guys. If you see anything here that you are interested in purchasing, please send me a private message. I can send you more videos, more pictures. If there's something that you want to see, something that you want to see on the table, please just let me know. I'm always very, very happy to send videos and information and just talk rocks, or talk the metaphysical, or talk some nature. I'm always up for a good time, guys. So, yeah, please DM me with any questions. Take care, guys. Have a fabulous weekend.